Hello and welcome back, dear children, to the Acknowledge series by Amit Publishing House. This is your book 5 and this is the cover page of your book. I am Vandana and I am going to teach you today chapter 3 of your book, that is using animation effects. So, the name of your book is Let's Click a Trendy Way to Learn Computer. Let's begin with the chapter. Here in this chapter we are going to learn how to create animations in MS PowerPoint. We have already learned about what is PowerPoint in our previous classes. Today we are going to learn how can we create animations in MS PowerPoint. So what all we are going to learn today? We are going to learn what are animations, animation pane, inserting video files, slide transition, inserting sound files, rehearse timings. So, let's start with the chapter. What are animations? Animations, as we already know, when we see cartoon movies on a TV, yes, those cartoon movies are a form of animation. Animations are special effects that you can add to text and objects on a slide. So, whenever we make a slide, we can add these animations to make special effect in our slides. Animations can make the audience pay attention to important points. So, through animation, we can grab the attention of our audience and bring the attention to the important points, control the flow of information and make the presentation more interesting. Some MS PowerPoint offers many animation effects. There are many animation effects. We are going to learn them. These have been organized under 4 categories. And what are they? They are entrance efforts, emphasize efforts, effects, exit effects and motion paths. So, let's learn what are these effects. First is entrance effect. So, whenever we make a presentation, there we can see that whenever we make a presentation, first thing is how our slide is going to appear in the starting. So, entrance effect, the work of this is to control the manner in which an object is introduced into the slide. So, here the example of entrance effect is given. Some of these effects are appear, fade, fly in, bounce, zoom, and there are many more. So, by applying all these effects, we can see what all these stand for. Appear, what is the meaning of appear? Fade means the content goes in a fading way, it displays in a fading way. Fly on, the content will come flying down. Bounce means it will bounce like a ball and come up and down and then it will be in a screen. Zoom effect, the content will be zoomed and then it will come to the side. So, this is the use of entrance effect. Entrance effect is used to control the manner in which an object is introduced in a slide. So, it is the starting effect. Next comes the emphasize effect. Emphasize effect occurs when the object is on the slide during the slideshow. So, we have to make this effect work only when the object is on the slide. So, then only this effect works. They are used to emphasize. Emphasize means we are putting pressure on something, that is called emphasizing. So, they are used to emphasize the object. So, to emphasize on a particular object, this emphasis effect is used. Some of these effects are pulse, spin, underline, darken, wave and etc. So, here is the list of emphasize effects given. Next comes exit effects. So exit, by the name only we can understand that exit means something that is going on. Exit effect controls the manner in which the object exits. So here is the entrance and here comes the exit. So this controls how the object exists during the slideshow. Some of these effects are disappear, fly out, split, wheel, swivel, and etc. So here the example of exit effects are given. We can only understand this if we are going to try this in our presentation. So I am telling you that whatever we have learned here, please try on your presentation. Next comes the motion path. Motion paths effect enable objects to move from one position to another on the specified path during the slideshow. So what is the use of motion path? It enables objects to move from one position to another. So as the meaning of motion means something that is moving. So what is the use of this? It moves the object from one position to another in a specified path, means the path is already allotted. Some of these effects are lines, arches, turns, shapes, loops, etc. So these are the examples of motion paths. So I want you all to practice all these effects. Next is adding animation effects. How can we add animation effects? We have learned what is animation, and now we are going to learn how can we add animation effects in our slides. To add animation effect to text or object, follow these steps. Some steps are given, we have to follow those. Select the text or object that you want to animate. So first we have to select. Then we have to click on the animations tab. Here is our animations tab. Now after that, click on the more arrow button in the animations group. The gallery of animation effects will appear. Click on the desired animation effect. So after following all these steps, here we can see here computer software is written and we have choose the animation effects from here. Those 4 effects that we have learned, we have choose from here. And after you have applied an animation to an object or a text, you will notice that a number tag appears near the object on the slide canvas. This implies that an animation effect has been applied. So when the animation effect is applied, a number tag will be seen there. So this means that the animation effect has been applied. Next is adding multiple animation effects to an object. So how can we add multiple animation effects to an object? Yes, we can add one or more animation effects to an object by using the add animation option in the advanced animation group. So we have to go here in the animations tab. To add multiple animation effects to the object, we have to follow the steps. First we have to select the slide or the object or the text. Then we have to go to the animations tab. And from there we have to choose add animation option here. Then to advanced animation group here, and where it is in the animations tab. A list of animation effects will appear. So after clicking all this, what happened? This list came in front of. Select the desired animation effect. Whatever animation we want, we can select it from this list. We will notice that 2 number tags appear in the object if the second animation effect has been applied to the object. So when we applied only one animation, one number tag was there, but here we have applied two animations. So there are two number tags here, which means the second animation effect has been applied to the object. To remove, now we have learned how can we add the animation. Now let's learn how can we remove the animation effect. For this, we have to click on the object and choose none option. So whatever object, the animation that we want to remove, we have to click on that and just click on the none option from the animation group in the animations tab. You can also specify when an animation should be played by clicking on the drop down box button of the start box in the timings group. So here we can see the timings group is here and there are many options given here. This is the drop down arrow and we are going to learn about these options here. On click. So we want to play our animation. So these all options are there on click. If we click on this option, the animation will start only after the mouse is clicked. So this option is used only when the mouse is clicked. Next is with previous. So with previous is used to start the animation at the same time as the previous animation effect is in the list. So next is, so after clicking on this drop down arrow, these three options are there. We can select any of these options. Next option is after previous, to start the animation effect immediately after the previous effect. So one effect was running and we want to start another effect. For that, what we have to do? We have to start the animation effect. We have to click on this after previous option and the effect will start coming. To specify or set the timing of the effect. Now we have learned how can we, these three options, we have learned about these three options. Now we are going to learn about the timing of the effect. How can we set the timing? So here we can see duration is given. We can put the duration till the time that till when our slideshow is going to run. Use duration box available in the timing zone, and it can also control the speed of animation effect. So here we can see the speed. Delay means we can set the speed at which speed the slide should run. You can set the delay time before the animation begins by using the delay box. So this delay box is used to set the timing of delaying the or the running of the slides. You can also use reorder animation button. So this reorder animation button can also be used for what? For reordering the animation. Means we can change the order of the animation. So to change the order in which the animation effect appears, we can use the reorder animation. Next is slide transition. We are going to learn about slide transition. What is slide transition? While watching films and cartoons, you may have noticed how the next scene begins when one scene ends. The way one slide follows the other on the screen is called the transition. So after first scene gets over, second scene starts in a continuation. So that is called transition. We can say that transition effect appears when one slide changes to the other during a slideshow. You can add the same transition effect to all the slides or can give a different transition effect to every slide. So both of these can be done. To add slide transition effect, what are the steps that are to be followed? First step is select the slide on which you want to add slide transition effect. So first thing is to select the slide. Next is we have to go to the transitions tab and there we have to click on the more arrow button in the transitions to this slide group. to display all the transition effects. So after we do this, after we click on the more arrow in this group, so what will happen? A list of transition effects will appear in front of us. From that, we have to click on the effects option in this transition to this slide group to select the effect of the chosen transition. So these things can be chosen from here. And next point says choose any of the transition effects. We can choose any of the transition effects. Click on the arrow next to the sound to display the list of transition sounds in the timing group. So where we have to click? We have to click on the arrow next to the sound to display. And this list of transition sounds in the timing group, where we can hover over a sound and we can hear it. So we can also add sound in our slides, and there are many sounds given, and when we move, hover means move our mouse over those sounds, and we can hear those sounds to be played. Click on the sound you want to add. So we can click on the sound that we want to add. Now select the desired duration of the time in the timings group. We can add the duration from the timings group, the duration in which through which that sound will be played. Now click on the apply to all in the timings group if you want to use this transition for all the slides in a presentation. So if we want to apply all these changes to in all the slides of a presentation, we have to click on this apply to all option in the timings group. Next point says click on mouse click. If you want the slide to stay on screen till the user clicks the mouse or press a key. So if I want that the page, that one slide should be on screen and another should not come, so I have to choose this option, on mouse click option. So after choosing this option, what will happen? Whenever we click the mouse, the slide will change according to our click. So it will not run. Next point says check after and adjust the time if you want the next slide to appear after a certain duration automatically. So we have to check, and this box will be given, and we have to check on this after box, so that if we want the next slide to appear after a certain duration, means I want the slide to appear after 1 minute or 50 seconds or 30 seconds. So we can click on this after option and it will change accordingly according to the duration. So here the examples are given here. We can, when we follow those steps, all these options are done here and everything is applied here. Sounds and different things that are written in those options are applied here. The effect options button in the animation group gives different directions option to each transition. So this option is also very beneficial and it gives different direction options. To remove the transition effect, so now we have learned how can we apply the transition effect. Now we want to learn how can we remove the transition effect. Click on the slide and choose none from the gallery in the transition to this slide group. So if we don't want any transition in our slide, we have to simply click on this none option in the transition to this slide group. So this was the way through which we can add and remove the transitions from our slides. Next is animation pane. What is animation pane? The animation pane means window you can see. So animation pane lets you view, modify and reorder the animation effects applied on objects. So what is the use of this? This lets us view, modify and reorder the animations that we have Done. It shows all the animation effects for different objects. Here we can see there are different animation effects are applied and different slides are made. So it shows all the animation effects for different objects on the current slide in the order they will appear during the slideshow. So first this slide will come, then next this will come, and then the third one will come. So it also shows us the it also shows us the order in which the slides will appear. Next is displaying the animation pane. How can we display the animation pane? First, we have to click on the animations tab, and from there click on the animations pane option in the advanced animation group. The animation pane appears on the right side of the PowerPoint window. So here we can see, here in the right side there is our animation pane window. You can click on the play all button to preview the animation effect on the various objects in the slide. So here on this animation pane window, we can click on the play all button to run all the animations. You can record the animation effect by clicking on the animation effect in the animations pane. So, we can also reorder the animations. So, whatever animations we have done, we can rearrange and reorder them. The first can come to the last and last can come in the between. By going in this animations pane. Then drag the effect up and down or make use of the reorder button at the bottom of the animations pane. So here in this animations pane, we can drag or simply we can use this reorder button to reorder all the animations that we have done in our slides to change the order in which the effect appears. So by this we can change the order of our animation. Next is inserting sound files. How can we insert sound files? Yes, we can insert sound files. We have learned in the previous page. MS PowerPoint lets you easily insert songs, voice recordings, etc. in your presentation. So I think that this will make our presentation more presentable. We can insert a sound from an audio file. Using the audio file that is already in our computer, we can insert the sound from there. So what are the steps to be followed? Click on the slide in which we want to insert the audio file and then click on insert tab. After choosing that file, we have to go to the insert tab. Here is our insert tab, and there we have to click on the drop down arrow. Use under the audio option in the media group. A menu will appear, and from there we have to click on the audio file. So this box will open, and we have to click on the audio from file option. There we have to click on the insert audio dialog box. In this insert audio dialog box, we have to click on this, and from here we can select the desired audio file and then just click on this insert button. You will go. So we have to click here, and after clicking on this insert button, what will happen? The audio will be inserted in that particular slide. Next is insert a recorded sound. We have learned how can we insert audio. Now we are going to learn how can we insert a recorded sound. To insert a recorded sound in a slide, follow these steps. So some steps are given, we have to follow those. First, click on the slide in which you want to add that audio file. Next, go to the insert tab and in the drop down arrow, click on the audio option in the media group. You have to go to the media group and click on the audio option, and from there click on the record audio option. The record sound dialog box will appear. See, here we have did all these steps and this dialog box is in front of us. This record sound dialog box is in front of us. Type the name of the audio recording. Click on the record button to start recording. So we can also record the voice at that time also. After recording, we have to click on the stop button. We can also play the recording that we have recorded, and if it's okay, we can click on the OK button. After clicking here, what will happen? The recording will be saved in that page and we can listen it when we play the slideshow. The audio file gets inserted in the slide. So we have clicked on the OK button after recording. So here we can see this audio file is placed here. Once you have inserted an audio or audio clip icon appears on the screen. So this icon we can see here. This icon is here. This icon appears here. The format and playback tab appears under the audio tool when you click on the audio clip option. So after that icon comes, the format and playback tab appears in the audio tools. So here is the, in this audio tools, here is the audio format and here we can see the format and playback. These two tools are here. This audio format and this playback. These two options are here. We can choose any of these for the further queries. Next is the playback tab has the audio option group which has commands to control how the audio will play. So the playback, with this tab we can play the audio, and this audio option has many things. So this will come in front of us. So it has many items in it. We are going to learn what all options are there in the playback option. So this is the screen. Here we can see this speaker type option is here. It changes the volume of the audio. See, we can increase or decrease the volume from here. Next is this button, play across slides. If you select the play across slide option, the audio will continue to play during the slideshow even after you have changed the slide in which it was inserted. So suppose I have inserted a song in a particular slide number 2, and if I click on this option, what will happen? The song will be played in all the slides, whether it is inserted in that slide or not. Next is loop until stop. So this option, what it does, it displays the audio until we stop that audio. So it will keep on playing. Next is start in click sequence. So here we can see there is a drop down arrow. It controls whether the audio will start automatically or when the mouse is clicked. So by clicking on this option, what will happen? Many options will come. The drop down arrow will open, and from here we can click on the sequence, or we can choose any of these two options given here. Next is hide during show. So it hides the audio clip option icon when the slideshow is playing. So this is to hide the audio clip option. Next is rewind after playing. It returns the audio file to the beginning when it stops playing. So when the audio has stopped, It starts it from the beginning. So this option is used for that. You can also change the shape of the sound icon by using the option. This change picture option can be used to change the shape of the sound icon in the adjust group in the format tab. How can we insert video files? MS PowerPoint lets you insert video files in the slides by making presentation attractive. To insert a video file in a slide, you can follow these steps. Click on the slide in which we want to add the video file. Again, we have to follow all those processes that we have done in inserting the audio. Same procedure is there. We have to go to the insert tab and there we have to click on the video option in the media group. A menu will come and from there we have to click on the video on my PC option. The insert video dialog box will appear. Here we can see the picture. Select the desired video. Whatever here is the list of videos. You can select the video that we want to insert. Click on the insert button. The video file gets added to the slide. So by following all these steps, we can insert the video file also. When you click on the inserted video, the format and playback tabs appear here also. So this is the format and the playback tab. Here is the video option and video format and playback tab is here. We can choose the options from here. Again, the description is given what all are there in the format and video tab. The playback tab has a video option group which has commands to control how the video will play. So these are the options. This is the tab. So first is this, it changes the volume of the video as it did in the audio section. Play full screen. By this we can play the video in the full screen mode. Hide while not playing. So when it hides the video icon when the video is not playing. Next is rewind after playing. It returns the video to the beginning when it is played completely. So when the video is over, it gets rewinds. So this option is for this. Next is loop until stop. So the video will continuously loop. It will be continuously playing till we stop that video. And the last one is in click sequence. So by this we can decide whether the video will be played automatically or when we click the mouse. So to play the video, click on the inserted video. Then click on the play or pause button below the video. So below the video there is a play and pause button. We have to click on that. The video will start playing and the timeline next to the play button will begin to advance. To delete a video on the slide, simply select the video and then press the backspace or delete key. So if we want to delete a video that we don't want, we have to select it and then press the backspace key or the delete key. You can resize the video by dragging the resizing handle that appears around the video when you click on it. So when we click on the video, a resize button is there like this. We can resize the video according to our choice using this. Next is rehearse timings. What is rehearse timings? A presentation can be self-running using the rehearse timings. So by this feature, the presentation can be self-running, means it will run on its own. A self-running presentation is one in which you don't have to use a mouse or the keyboard. There is no use of us. It will run on its own. So we have to feed different things so that the rehearse timing is activated. So in this, we don't have to use a mouse or the keyboard. The rehearse timing feature helps you find out how much time you would need to present a slide and what will be the total time required for the presentation. So what is the benefit of this? By this we can find how much time it would be there we will take for our presentation and what is the total time required. So these are here some steps are given to start the rehearse timing. Click on the slideshow tab. First we have to click on the slideshow tab, and there we have to click on the rehearse timing option in the setup group. So we have to go to this setup group, and from there we have to click on this rehearse timing option. The presentation starts playing in the full screen mode and the recording toolbar appears. Click on next button on the recording toolbar. Similarly, go through all the slides in the presentation. So by clicking on the next option, we can go through all of the presentation that we have made. A Microsoft PowerPoint dialog box appear with total time of the presentation. So after we have rehearsed the timing, then what will appear after that rehearsed timing is complete? This window will come in front of us, and there we can see it is written the total time for your slideshow was 24 seconds. Do you want to save the new slide timing? So we have to click on this yes button and the timings will be set. Let's come to recall time. Animations are special effects that you can add to text and objects in a slide. Animations can make the audience pay attention to important points. We can bring the attention of the audience to the important points. And MS PowerPoint offers many animation effects, and these are entrance, emphasize, exit, and motion. Paths, entrance effects controls the manner in which the object is introduced. Emphasize effect occurs when the object is in the slide during the slideshow. Exit effect controls the manner in which the object exists, and motion path effect enables the object to move from one position to another. You can also add more than one animation effect to an object by using the add animation option. Transition effects appear when one slide changes to the other during a slideshow. The animation pane lets you view, modify and reorder the animation effects. You can also add sounds, movies, animations and slide transitions in a presentation to make it more effective. The rehearse timing feature helps you to find out how much time we would require to present a slide and what is the total timing required for that whole presentation. So I hope everybody has understood whatever we have learned in this chapter. Good. So let's start with the tick the correct option. First question is, which of the following is not a category under the animations effect? So the answer is unleavening. Which effect enables objects to move from one position to another on a specified path during the slideshow? So what is the correct answer? Which effect enables? Yes. Motion paths enables to move from one position to another. What lets you view, modify and reorder the animation effect applied? So this can be applied from here in the animations pane. Which effect appears when one slide changes to the other during a slideshow? So which effect should we use? Yes, transition effect is used when we when one slide changes to other during the slideshow. Next, fifth question is, the audio option is present in the dash group on the insert tab. Where is the audio option? It is in the media group on the insert tab. Next is fill in the blanks. Dash effects control the manner in which the object is introduced during the slideshow. So what effect controls the manner? So the correct answer is entrance effect. Write it down. Entrance effect can control the manner in which the object is introduced. Dash are special features that can add that you can add to text to and objects of the slide. So it is animations. Animations. Next, dash shows all the animation effects. Where we can see all the animation effects, we can see it in the animations pane. Animations pane. Next is the dash option on the playback tab is used to change the volume of the audio. So what we have to use here? We have to use the audio option. The dash and dash tab appears when you insert an audio or a video file on a slide. So which tabs do we use? We use the insert and file tab. Good. I hope all have done. Now let's come to true and false. Animation effects have been organized into 5 categories. No, this is wrong. It is organized into 4 categories. The animation pane option is present on the animation tab in the animations group. Yes, this is true. You cannot add more than one animation effects to an object. No, this is totally wrong. This is false. We can add more than one animation effect. The way one slide follows the other on the screen is called transition. Yes, it is called transition. We have already written in the tick the correct. You can change the shape of the sound icon by using the change picture option in the adjust group in the format tab. Yes, this is also true. So these were the fill in the blanks and true and false, students. Now let's come to the question and answer. First question is, what is the difference between animation and slide transition? So what is animation? Animation is the special effects that we add to our slides. That is called animation. And what is slide transition? Slide transition is the way in which one after another the slides keep on running. That is called slide transition. So this was the main difference between two. What are the 4 categories of animations effect, and we have to explain them also. So the 4 categories of animation effects are entrance effect, then is a emphasize effect, exit and motion. So all these effects are very necessary. Entrance tells us about how to start the slide, what all things should be there, how it will come, the slide will come. Emphasize effect, by the name only, it emphasizes on the object. And the next is exit effect. Exit effect is used to tell us how the slide will exit, and the motions is used to tell the motion of the slides, how the slides will move, in which direction it will move. A specified direction is given and the slides move accordingly. Now list out the steps in to insert sound from the audio file into the slide. So for inserting anything, for inserting the sound, first we have to go to the insert tab, and from there we have to go to the audio from the file option. From there we have to select the audio that we want to select. Then we have to click on the insert button, and after clicking that sound will be inserted in that specific slide. Next, 4th question is, list out the steps of adding multiple effects to an object. How can we add multiple effects to the object? So for this, for adding these multiple effects, we have to go to the animations tab, and there we have to click on the add animation option. And after clicking there, what will happen? Uh, when we click on the multiple effect option, we can see after following these steps, two numbered tags will be there. This means there are two animations added in this multiple effect uh, option. Fifth is state the use of rehearse timings feature. So what is the use of rehearse timings features? It's very easy and we have learned in the last of the chapter. Rehearse means we can, by using this feature, we can rehearse the slides that we have made. It tells about the time to be taken to rehearse a slide and the timings, the total time of the presentation that we are going to take. So this was the basic use. So children, this was all for today and I hope you have understood everything related to this chapter and you have to practice all the effects that we have learned in this chapter. Because if you are not going to practice, you won't be able to learn how can we use those effects. So it's very interesting chapter. You have to read it again and also follow all the steps that we have learned. And till then, stay related for the next video. Thank you.